hello everybody. Now we are talking with Azile. Is that a new generations of young researchers are approaching to the field of research, and there are very few opportunities to participate. And at the same time, the old approaches to solve to interview in reality is the top-down proposals. Do you think that younger people have a different way to think about these problems, about this way of interviewing?
So I come from the field of geoinformatics, which in itself is interdisciplinary. And now throughout my PhD studies, I work a little bit more with human geography. And I have sort of seen and recognized the importance of involving community members in research that you actually go out and do in these areas. Throughout my studies, I found that you really need to engage the community and be transparent about expectations, about how you can include them going forward. So like you said, instead of a top-down approach, or more of a bottom-up approach where you're engaging higher stakeholders with information that you would have gotten from the community, and they sort of, through the sense of involvement, feel empowered with knowledge, and empowered that their input and their decisions are being listened to, and that eventually, maybe our research, it happens over long periods of time, and it's not always that next year you'll see the change, so that they can have the knowledge or the hope that this person came and they did research and they explained this to me, that this is how it's going to happen, that maybe I can have hope that in the future my input I can see my input in my community.
In your experience, how those people receive this kind of approaching?
Well, what I think is important is not to approach a community with sort of a superiority complex. You don't come thinking that you know all the knowledge, because at the end of the day, you want information from them. So explaining to them, and also just understanding the sort of rules in terms of engagement between each other. And then also in South Africa, we have 11 official languages.
11?
So yes, we have 11.
Wow.
So in one of our study areas, one of the specific languages, our interviews and focus groups are conducted in the native language. So we also just make sure that if someone chooses to speak another language, for example, that they're comfortable enough to be able to want to speak it. So I think maybe approach, but then also making sure that throughout the entire process that the community, the participants are comfortable.